And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and it is time to talk about the best budget cards in NBA 2K22 My Team. Look, budget is a subjective term. I personally rank a budget card as a card being under 25k MT. That is what I consider a budget card. Some people would say it's 5,000. Some people would even say it's 50. Get your bread up, broke person. That's usually what they would say. Now, look, realistically, I think 25k is a pretty even mark. So, you know the drill. Let's get some honorable mentions out of the way and get on to the top 10 list. So, first honorable mention, I think, is a strange one because it's not technically one player, it's two players. And that is the dynamic duo of Karl Malone and John Stockton. Now, you can get this duo for relatively cheap. Karl Malone is not very expensive. I mean, you can get him for around 4K. Stockton, also not really that expensive himself. You know, you can get him around 18K, which is a little bit pricier, but you can still get this duo for under 25K, which is what I want to spotlight here. It makes Karl Malone significantly better. It turns him actually into one of the best budget, like, power forwards in the game. Gives him catch and shoot on Hoff, rim protector, box, rebound chaser, post move lockdown, dream shake. In addition to giving him like +6 3-pointer, brings it up to an 86, which is already really good. Boosts his interior defense. Stockton doesn't really get too much better. Gets a little bit additional 3-point shot, ball handle, perimeter defense, which is cool, +2 steal. And then he gets catch and shoot on Hoff and chef on Hoff. So he gets way better. It's definitely worth noting for sure. Now let's get into some more honorable mentions. We'll set our maximum buyout here to 25k to really set the point home. You know, nothing crazy. 25,000. All right. Next honorable mention is a card that I am a pretty big fan of, and that is Joe Caldwell. Specifically, Pink Diamond Joe Caldwell, because he gets the ability to shoot a little bit better. He's got a true base 22 jump shot, which I think is fine. 6'5", he's got a pretty middle of the road player build. Like, he does look a little bit smaller than 6'5", or right at 6'5", depending on how you look at it. 93-point shot with base 22. Really, really good combo. 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 90 perimeter defense, 90 speed, which isn't great, but it's fine. Catch and shoot, posterizer, pogo, mismatch, sniper, limitless, unstrippable, fast twitch. He's got pretty much every badge you'd realistically want him to have. I mean, he really doesn't lack anything of note. Joe Caldwell is an overall just really, really good shooting guard. The reason he's not higher up on this list doesn't have anything to do with him. It has more to do with the fact that we have like 1.5 million shooting guards at this point. So it's like trying to narrow down the ones that are really good and the ones that aren't as tough. Next up is a card that I really like, but I understand some people hate this card, and that is Diamond Bill Russell. Now, he has a pretty atrocious jump shot. Even I will admit that as someone who likes this card a lot. He has finally fallen out of my rotation due to another card on this list that you'll see has kind of taken his spot. But Bill Russell is still 6'10" with a big player build. He's kind of fast, catch and shoot corner specialist, rim intimidator, and post move lockdown. He does come with like pickpocket, box on gold clamps, gold interceptor, defensive leader, rebound chaser. He even has like limitless spot up, set shooter, sniper, menace, and hustler. Silver Deadeye, Silver Unstrippable, which is fine. There are some badges you need to update. But look, if you're looking for a fantastic defender that can also step out and hit the open 3-pointer, look no further than Bill Russell. Now, that being said, just remember he does have like a horrific jump shot. I believe it's, set shot 17, same as like Wilt Chamberlain, I think. It's not good, but, you know, I like it. It can be greened. It just takes a little practice. Next up is another really underpriced shooting guard, and that is Victor Oladipo. Remember how I said Joe Caldwell looks smaller than 6'5"? Yeah, Victor Oladipo is the complete opposite. He looks like he's like 6'6" for some reason, and I truly don't understand what's going on there. 93-pointer, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Oladipo has a really good release, too. Like, I don't really know what it is specifically about it, because on paper it doesn't seem like a good release. It's base 95, same as like Paul Horizon, which, you know what, people do love that release. I find it a little bit too fast personally on current gen, but on next gen it's fantastic. 95 perimeter defense, 93 speed. He booms on everyone. He has fearless clamps, posterizer, ankle, and limitless takeoff, in addition to some pretty decent shooting badges. Like, he has gold limitless and stuff like that. I mean, badges that need to be added to him. Corner specialist, I would recommend. Even if he's playing the shooting guard, he will end up there every once in a while, so it's nice to have. Dimer, I think, is actually a pretty good thing to give to him because, like, you can use Oladipo as a secondary ball handler. Blinders and Chef are obviously very helpful as well. Oladipo is relatively complete out of the box, though. Like I said, the only reason some of these guys are lower is just because there's just a lot of shooting guards. A lot of like 6'4" to 6'6" shooting guards. Final honorable mention is my boy, Sam Jones. Look, he may not look like much. His badge count may not even be that impressive to you. But I don't know what it is about this card, but he absolutely strokes for me. So this one's like a personal one, right? I personally think he's one of the best base 22 players in the game. I don't know why I think this. I can't fully explain it if I'm being honest, but Sam Jones is great. Silver Intimidator, yeah, you'd want to upgrade that, but it's not really that big of a deal. I don't know. I just play really well with Sam Jones. It could just be a me thing. Like, I truly don't know if that's the case, which it probably is. But Sam Jones is really, really good. If you're looking to shake it up and you don't like any of the other guys in this list, give Sam Jones a try. You might actually like him a lot. I don't know. Number 10 is a card that's always on the budget list. Andrea Bargnani. Look at this man with his frosted tips. You love to see it. These are the ugliest Raptor jerseys. I don't care what anyone says. These are heinous, dude. These are a war crime. 7 feet tall, catch and shoot corner specialist, blinders, limitless, set shooter, sniper, and volume shooter. Pretty good offensive arsenal, if I'm being honest, from Bargnani. Is he the greatest center in the game? No. Is he a pretty good offense first center that brings you almost no defense? I mean, he's pretty good on the interior, but he's not going to step out and stop anyone from coming. He does have like gold brick wall and like rim protector, box, rebound chaser, worm. So he can get boards and he can block shots, but that's about it. He's got a 75 ball handle too. So we can kind of like, you're not going to come out here and cross people with him, but like he can push the ball up the floor a little bit. You know what I mean? He's got Amari base with Carmelo upper, which I think is pretty good. Amari base on normal is kind of meh, but it's doable. Bargnani's really good. If you're just looking for a center that's going to go out and just stroke threes and do not a whole lot else, this is your man. You can get him for like 5,000 MT too, which I think is that's a pretty good price for a big man in this game, regardless if he has like, flaws that are pretty apparent. Number 9 is a card I've talked about a lot, and I don't know. I don't really have anything negative to say about the card, but he does kind of piss me off sometimes. But it's Mike Miller. Mike Miller's good though. I mean, he's 6'8", 218, like catch and shoot, posterizer, Hoff limitless, downhill, quick first step, limitless takeoff. He's got shifty dribble style, which is nice. Obviously, it's the one everybody likes. Lucky number 7, blinders, Chef on gold. He is kind of an all-purpose shooting guard / small forward. He's not the greatest defender, but he can really hold it down. I mean, for a budget, you're getting like a pretty primo offensive player. You know what I mean? You can get him for around 10K MT, and I think he's absolutely worth that. Mike Miller's good. Number 8, another shooting guard, because there's just so many shooting guards in this game at this point. Like Buddy Hield. He's a little bit small at 6'4", but he does have like massive wingspan with like weird Slenderman arms. And he has pickpocket, pick dodger, clamp, stop and pop, ankle braces on Hoff. And then he has every single shooting badge that you realistically want him to have on gold, which is fine. He is almost a complete package. Like I said, a little bit on the short side. That's about the only negative I have. He's not the greatest at attacking the rim either. But other than that, he's relatively good. He can handle the ball. He plays pretty solid, if not great defense. It kind of fluctuates somewhere in the middle of those two statements. Not the fastest, but he does have Kobe base on quick. He's good. This is the budget player's best friend. Like, he's a purchasable, do-it-all shooting guard that you can pick up, and you don't have to do anything to him. Number 7, Draymond Green. Draymond's still good. 6'7" is a wee bit small, but he's more than usable. He can do a little bit of everything, to be honest. He has kind of a slow jump shot, but he can handle the rock, be a point forward. He plays electric defense. He gets more boards than you would think. I mean, it's Draymond. You guys kind of know what's up with Draymond at this point. He's always the same in 2K. This year is realistically nothing different. He's good. If you're looking for someone that fills a Draymond-type role, I mean, just go get Draymond. Number 6. Once again, another card I've talked about in these budget lists like 1,000 times. Larry Bird. I mean, Larry Bird is arguably one of the best combo forwards that you can buy for this price, if not outright the best. Like, Is he going to be an elite athlete? No. Can he block a surprising amount of shots and plays like pretty competent defense and gets boards? Yeah, for sure. And also, like, he has a mullet. Can you buy anyone else on this list with a mullet? No, you can't. He's really, really good. It's Larry Bird. I mean, come on. You know what we're dealing with here. Number 5 is a new card, and I bet you would be surprised to see him this high up. Avery Bradley. Yeah, he's an amethyst. You can get this card for like 2,000 MT. That's why he's so high up here. He plays the point guard position too. He's 6'3", 87 3-point with a pretty good release. Only a 70 driving dunk, but he does get up in Yamit though. I don't understand what that is exactly, but he really does. It's the weirdest thing. I don't fully understand it myself. Some players just outperform their overalls sometimes in a variety of capacities, and he's one of them. Base 40, same as like Richard Hamilton and Gary Payton on normal with release 56 upper, same as like Pete Maravich, so it's pretty good. 86 ball handle, like 94 steal, 95 perimeter defense. He has quick dribble style, which I don't think is terrible. It's the same as like Dissinger and Rudy Gay, which I think is pretty good. Personally, anyway. He's got the Kobe escape, which is good. I don't talk about dribble moves because it's not that crazy. Kawhi's crossover is okay. Some people like it. I don't know. Avery Bradley moves pretty well. He plays competent defense. And he's got a good badge count with Hoff pickpocket and Hoff clamps. And I would recommend grabbing the signature version because he's about the same price and he has Hoff clamps instead of gold, which does make somewhat of a difference. I'm saying that sarcastically. Number 4. This card is just ungodly hyped right now, or at least was until Season 4 came out. Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo's really good. I mean, he's basically like a little mini budget Giannis, but he's... Alright, so the thing I'll say about Bob McAdoo is if you have Mo Lucas, there's absolutely no point to run Bob McAdoo because Mo Lucas is basically just Bob McAdoo, but he shoots a little bit better. It is a little bit better in relation to attacking the rim. Like... That's what you're getting here. If you don't end up getting Mo Lucas and you want a Mo Lucas type player, Bob McAdoo is what you're looking at. Truly. He's like a little mini Giannis. He's going to handle the rock. He's going to attack the rim. He's going to play defense. He's got a bull jump shot. I'm not saying he's like wet from outside, but it can happen. A lot of comp dudes were running Bob McAdoo for like 2 days for a reason. That is until Mo Lucas came out because he's essentially the same person. Number 3. Once again, another card you can get for like almost nothing. Just an absolute fixture on these best cards under blank list is Boris Diaw. He was a fixture last year. He was a fixture in 2K20. Like Boris Diaw, wait, was he in 2K20? No, I think that was just the Amethyst in the early game 2K21. Doesn't really matter. Boris Diaw you can get for basically nothing. Like he's good too. Like his additional Hoff badge is Hoff Dimer, which I don't think is the biggest deal in the world, but for the same price, you might as well go grab the signature one. He's got catch and shoot corner specialist on gold. He also has brick wall, so we can set effective screens, glue hands, box clamps, intimidator, rebound chaser, blinders. He does a little bit of everything, to be honest. Boris Diaw is usually like a Swiss Army knife kind of guy where you can kind of slot him into your lineup and have him do literally whatever you need. You need him to play power forward, he's got you. You need him to play like a standard 3-and-D cone small forward? Yeah, you can do that. You need him to be like a point forward? Yeah, he's got you. A secondary ball handler at 3? Yeah, you can do that too. Step underneath and guard the interior? Yeah, he's got you. Boris Diaw is all purpose. And if you're looking to build like a super cheap lineup, you could do a lot worse, than a front court involving Evan Mobley and Boris Diaw. Who Evan Mobley's not on this list, but that's because everybody has Evan Mobley already. So there's really no point to throw him on here. Number 2, this guy's on the list every time, but he's just so good. I don't care what anyone says. Like, people don't like this card, but Scottie Pippen is fantastic. If you're looking to fill out your small forward position on a budget, like this team will cost you under 25K, and I promise you can compete with even some God squads. Point guard, Avery Bradley. Shooting guard, Buddy Hield, Sam Jones, Oladipo, Caldwell, any of those guys, doesn't matter. Scottie Pippen, Boris Diaw, Evan Mobley. I promise you can compete with any squad in the game. Are you going to win? No, this is still a pay-to-win experience. Chances are, if you're not better than the person you're playing, you're not going to win. But it can compete is what I'm saying. Scottie Pippen is one of the best offensive cards in this game. NBA 75 version you can get for like 10K, and I promise he's worth every single cent of that investment. He is still my small forward on my bench, And if not for DeMar DeRozan being ridiculous on the offensive end, I would still be starting Scottie Pippen because he is that good defensively. And number 1, come on, you know what it is, Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka is hands down the best big man you can buy for under 25K. It is not even particularly close. And I would be willing to say he is the most useful and most versatile card that you can purchase for under 25K. He's KG, but slightly worse with a better jump shot. I've said it a million times. I will continue to say it a million times. That is what he is. Serge Ibaka can go toe-to-toe with even some of the best big men in the game. Yes, is he going to get kind of mashed by like a Shaq or like a D-Rob? Absolutely. And I mean, when you're purchasing a budget player, you know there's going to be some distinct weakness that he has. And I mean, that's a weakness. That being said, he still has rim protector and intimidator. It's just player build will cause him to get pushed out of the way occasionally. That being said, he plays electric defense. He gets great rebounding animations. I don't really understand why that happens. I wish that they would show us like rebounding animations, like who has Serge Ibaka rebounding animations or something. You know, the way they show us dribble moves and jump shots. Same with steals and block shots. I really wish they would show us that because there's certain players that block shots and get steals different than other players. And I want to know why that is specifically. But if you're looking to build a squad, it doesn't matter really what your budget is. If you're looking for a cheap big man that can fill in the the power forward position or the center position, and you don't want to spend a bunch of MT on a guy you only use for 2 weeks like a Chris Bosh or something, you could plug in Serge Ibaka and he could really hold it down. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I hope this helped you make some decisions in regards to your team. Have any additional lineup questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Hey, drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and I will be back later. Hopefully I won't be as exhausted. Peace.